So we're gonna huddle back up and get started with this activity. To start, I need to break us into 4 groups. I think the easiest way is the number count off.
Well, the Activist Academy is a leadership program for young people. And when I say young, it's like 18 to 35. And our program is very focused on climate and environmental justice. So we provide a lot of tools and trainings through this program so that folks can feel empowered to be activists in their community in any of these issues regarding like climate and energy justice.
It's like it's at the center. It's like a balance between
but then when you started running out of time, you went to majority.
yeah.
I'm Kim Orbe. I'm the Senior Conservation Program Manager for the Angeles chapter of the Sierra Club.
How many plants do you have in here?
At least 10. I don't think I had a role model. I think I was very lucky to have really great teachers, but I don't think I had like a mentor or I had someone that I looked up to growing up.
I went through that feeling of, well, what could I do? I'm one person, I don't know much about the world or how to change it. And it took years and years to build that confidence one experience at a time. And I remember feeling like I wish I had someone who could guide me.
I just remember when I decided that I was going to do this type of work, I was so scared. I was so scared because I was like, I know no one. Like, I don't have anyone to lean on. I don't even have someone who I felt comfortable asking questions, yet alone like who was just in this space.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have a model for what this work looks like, and I think that's also what made it so hard, because I couldn't like ask that mentor or that like caregiver, like, what am I supposed to do as an activist? What does that even mean to be an activist?
I want to be the person that I would want to meet, and I knew that I wanted to be basically at least someone's role model of like, if she can do it, I can do it.
I think that's one thing I'm very proud of. It's like now I see myself in a mentor role, and I'm so happy to be able to offer that to like young people.
It's one of my favorites. I usually don't cut flowers, but I was like, I gave it an offering.
From the start, it was just so comforting. Just to be there, just talking, taking it very slow. You know, Kim had made sure that everyone was at different levels in the program, from not knowing anything to, you know, being in campaigns and organizing. And with that, it's so cool because there's a mixture where everybody can learn something from everyone.
We felt like we were sharing ideas and we were all like learning together. Even the facilitators were like learning as they taught. I felt safe, I felt like important, I felt included and part of a larger whole.
This program means a lot to me because I think not only are we exposing people to this work, but we're creating a community and like as trainers, we can be your mentors if you want.
I didn't realize that there was people out there that had a passion for saving the environment or that there was anything to do about it at all. And so when I saw that, I was like, wow, people are actually taking action and can change what's going on instead of just feeling this guilt or this fatigue. Me, an individual, a single person, can have a large footprint.
You can start from anywhere, and you could start with, you know, a few skills, or you could start with years under your belt and still have a place and have a way to contribute. And you know, everyone's still learning. There's still so much to learn. And I think just learning together is what's really important to me. I really like learning with people, so that space to connect everyone is really important.
It just really helps people when they don't know where to start. And that's basically what I was doing. I needed to find a community that was like-minded, generally wanted to learn more stuff, but it's also to network. And I think that it's a great program for people to just be more aware of what they can do in their communities.
There's a lot of soft power influences in our world that say that if you come from this background, then you are not going to be able to do this thing. And that's there intentionally over time to make sure that people don't rise up and claim their own power and join together.
A lot of these people in power, these decision makers, weren't people of color. They know what's best for their communities. They should be not only at the table, but leading the discussions of what the policy should look like.
With the Activist Academy, seeing that there was funding and resources being poured into a program like this, yeah, that just was exciting to me.
There's not a program like this anywhere. I think that's like the one great aspect of the program, that it will pay you to be a part of it, because we need more people in these spaces.
One of the things that they get to learn about through the program is what does community organizing look like? And there's not one way, right? So we get to create space for the different types of organizing models, campaign planning, power mapping, lots of conversations around decision makers and decision making, and storytelling, narratives, communication in the work.
I was helping to put together the class day where we're talking about personal narrative, and when we're talking about it in class, we're talking more about using your personal narrative to inspire others to action. We, as humans, I think are pretty uniquely affected and motivated by story because we have this ability to imagine the future and to imagine different possible futures.
When I think about it, I think about opportunity. I think about, I guess, just people having a space to learn more, and I think really find a community that serves them and fits with them.
I think it's very important for those that don't come from much. When they've experienced a lot of climate crisis that they've seen growing up, they just, either don't have the access to education to know or understand about it, or they don't know what to do about it. To be offered a program like this saying, hey, we understand your hardships. We know what you're going through, what you've seen. We want to do something for you.
The idea that in this short time that we might have participants go through a transformation like that, and especially to come out feeling that confidence of I can make a difference, and especially if I join with others, we can make a difference. We have power. That's the whole goal.
I definitely feel more empowered to do this work after the Activist Academy, not only because I'm able to step into the identity of an activist, but because I feel like I've learned the tools that are required to actually have this project be an activism project.
It was so empowering, and I'm so grateful for it. It was such a beautiful journey, and it's just never ending. It's never ending. I would have had no experience knowing what to do, how to organize, how to even talk publicly.
It's gone beyond just this first cohort, and I hope that it does continue because I think a lot of people are getting so much out of it.
So the difference between the first year to the second year is the first year was, hey, just come learn about all these things, come learn about all these different trainings, all these different campaigns, And the second year, because of the feedback of the activists, like they were looking to get hands-on.
We're at the end of the program, right? We do the review, and I was just like, yes, it's wonderful to learn all this stuff, and, you know, to be in this program and, you know, gain all this insight and knowledge. But what I really suggested and what we did this year was that we implemented projects or campaign projects.
Because the oil companies were using emergency wartime oil to happen, and so approximately 1,000.
I'm very proud of those are wins. Like to create a space where people can find their voice. These young people of color, that they feel safe to grow, to become whatever they're seeking to grow into.
My hope for the future of this program is that it is scaled up immensely. I think that there is something so special happening here that is scalable. I think it's really possible to take this and deploy it nationwide and build the next bench of movement leaders.
I hope that we are just at the beginning of it, that the program will continue for generations to come.
I think I'm very excited for this program to get enough funding and support that we can be running this all year long. Like, I'd love for us to be doing 2 cohorts a year. I think that this is just one small thing that we can continue to do to make sure we are elevating, prioritizing, and investing in these voices in these communities. Activist grads are getting jobs in the climate field. That's what I want. I want folks to feel empowered, to feel excited to do the work, because it takes all of us. What I've seen with the Activist Academy is everyone wants to hold on to each other. Everyone wants to stay connected. What always excited me the most about working in this program is the feeling. It's the community. It's the feeling of belonging. The beautiful thing about the Activist Academy, it's not my leadership program, it's not the Sierra Club leadership program, it's our program. It's the program of the graduates, of the trainers, of everyone who is a supporter and cheerleader of this work.